Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are diving deep, really deep, into something quite extraordinary.
We really are. We're exploring the Pancha Bhoota Sthalas. And, this is less about just religion in a narrow sense. It feels more like a kind of ancient physics model, a really holistic one.
Exactly. 5 incredible temples in South India, all dedicated to Lord Shiva, but each one embodies one of the basic elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. It's just when you first hear about it, the idea that a whole landscape of huge ancient structures maps out the forces of nature, it's pretty astounding.
It is astounding. And our sources, they don't just call them temples. They refer to them as like living laboratories.
Same as laboratories. Wow.
Yeah, it suggests that the people who conceived of these weren't just, philosophizing vaguely. They were actually building a physical roadmap, a way to grasp the connection between the cosmos, our environment, and crucially, our own bodies.
Okay, so that's our mission for this deep dive then. Let's try and crack that roadmap, pull out the cosmic insights, and maybe even the surprising scientific or engineering wisdom that's hidden in plain sight for you, the curious learner.
Sounds good. So, foundational stuff first. The Vedic worldview, right? The Panchabhutas, these 5 elements, are seen as the fundamental threads weaving together everything: planets, plants, people. Us.
Right. It all comes from these 5. And there's a sequence, isn't there? It's not just a random list.
No, absolutely not random. It implies this emergence of complexity from, well, simplicity, or maybe potentiality.
Okay, so unpack that sequence for us.
Well, the Taittiriya Upanishad, a key text, lays out this very specific hierarchy. It basically says, from space came air, from air came fire came water, from water came earth, from earth all beings arose.
Okay, wait. So space akasha is the source, the ultimate potential.
Exactly, the formless potential. And then from that, things start to condense, become more manifest, more tangible. Air, then fire's energy, then water's fluidity, and finally the most dense, earth.
And this whole cosmic unfolding is then anchored, made real by Shiva in these 5 specific spots. We should probably list them out, give everyone the map before we start exploring.
Good idea. So grounding us is Earth, Prithvi. That's the Ecombereshwar temple in Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu.
Got it. Earth first.
Then comes water, Apru. That's Jambukeswara temple in Thiruvananthapuram, also Tamil Nadu. Nearby, actually.
Okay, earth, water.
Then fire, Agni, Arunachaleswar temple at Tiruvannamalai. Again, Tamil Nadu, a very powerful place.
Fire, then.
Air, Bayou. For this, we go to the Srikalahasti temple in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay, a different state for air.
And finally, the most subtle, space, Akasha. That's the famous Mataraja temple in Chidambaram, back in Tamil Nadu.
Wow. So it's this incredible network across South India, all linked by this single profound idea. Let's start where creation ends, literally on the ground. Kanchipuram, earth.
Right. The Ecombereshwar. Here, Shiva is worshipped as the Prithvi Lingam. It's basically an embodiment of Earth itself. The sheer size of the place speaks to that solidity.
And isn't there a really old tree there?
Oh, yes. The mango tree. It's said to be 3,500 years old, right at the heart of the complex.
That can't just be decoration. It must symbolize something.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
It represents the fertility, the nurturing quality, the stability that Earth provides. And, the scientific connection is immediate, isn't it?
Yeah, Earth gives us the minerals, the soil, the very ground we stand on, stability.
Exactly. And that ancient mango tree, it's like a living lesson in ecological balance. The health of the soil, the Prithvi element, is fundamental. Yogically, this links straight to the Muladhara chakra.
Okay, Muladhara. For someone not familiar, what does that mean in practice?
So Muladhara is the root chakra, base of the spine. It's all about our sense of feeling grounded, secure, our basic survival instincts.
Ah, okay. Like the earth provides a stable base for life.
Precisely. The Muladhara gives us psychological stability. When that earth element feels strong within you, you feel resilient, secure. Modern psychology would talk about, reduced anxiety, sense of safety. It's grounding in every sense.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, from solid earth, we move to flow. Water. Aupu. Chambukeswaran temple. You said this one was unique.
It really is. The innermost sanctum, the area around the linga, is constantly wet. There's water literally flowing there from a natural underground spring.
Wow, so it's not just symbolic water, it's actual water.
Actual water. And this is where that living laboratory idea feels really potent. Think about the engineering.
You mean they built it knowing the spring was there?
Almost certainly. This wasn't accidental. The builders likely had sophisticated knowledge of the local geology, the aquifers. They deliberately chose this spot and engineered the temple, maybe using specific foundation techniques or materials, to allow this water to be present inside the sacred space without, flooding the place or damaging the structure over centuries.
That's incredible. It's like ancient hydroengineering and water management rolled into one.
Exactly. A profound respect for the water source, seeing it as sacred, but also understanding how to work with it.
And philosophically, what does water represent here?
Water is all about flow, adaptability, purification. Think about it. Our bodies are mostly water. The Earth's surface is mostly water. It's the great connector and regulator.
Makes sense.
And in yoga, water connects to the Swadhisthana chakra, just below the navel.
And that governs.
Emotions, creativity, the ability to flow with life's changes, like water taking the shape of its container. You think about brain chemistry. Proper hydration is key for neurotransmitters, for emotional balance. The ancients were saying, keep your inner waters flowing, pure for emotional and creative health.
Earth for stability, water for flow. Got it. Let's move to energy, transformation, fire, Agni, Tirvanamale.
Aruna Chalaswar. Here, the defining image is Shiva appearing as this immense, infinite column of light or flame, stretching beyond the universe.
An endless column of flame. That's a powerful image.
It really is. The temple itself is at the foot of Arunachala Hill, and the hill itself is considered sacred, considered Shiva. And then there's the Kartikai Deepam festival.
That's the big fire festival, right?
Huge. They light this enormous beacon, a massive ghee lamp on top of the hill. You can see it for miles. It's a literal, spectacular manifestation of Agni. Fire's power to transform, to illuminate.
And scientifically, fire is fundamental transformation.
Absolutely. On the cosmic scale, think nuclear fusion in stars. That's fire creating light and energy.
Right.
On the biological scale, it's metabolism, our internal fire, burning fuel, releasing energy for life. That transformative power links to the Manipura chakra.
The solar plexus.
Exactly. Often called the city of jewels. It's our center of willpower, vitality, dynamism.
You've got it. It's that fire in the belly, confidence, drive, the power to digest not just food, but experiences, knowledge. A balanced Manipura means you feel capable, energetic.
Okay, from intense fire, we shift to something more subtle. Air, Vayu. Srikalahasti in Andhra Pradesh. What's the key feature here? I've heard stories about lamps flickering. Yes, that's the famous phenomenon. Inside the sanctum, one lamp is said to flicker constantly, while others nearby remain still, even when there's seemingly no draft. It's meant to show the invisible presence of Vayu, air, breath.
Is that just a legend, though? Or could there be something architectural going on?
That's the critical question, isn't it? And the sources suggest it might be more than just legend. It could point towards, well, really clever architectural design interacting with the local environment.
How so?
Well, the temple is located near the Swarnamukhi River, and it's surrounded by hills. This specific geography likely creates unique air currents, microclimates.
So the building itself might channel these subtle air movements?
Precisely. It's possible the ancient builders incorporated hidden vents, ducts, maybe within the walls or foundations, designed to catch and amplify these very subtle air pressures or flows specifically around that one lamp. It would demonstrate an incredible understanding of aerodynamics, of how Vayu moves.
Turning the temple into a kind of instrument to detect subtle air currents. That's fascinating.
It really is. And air, Vayu, is prana, life force, breath, oxygen. It's the element we need most immediately to survive.
Absolutely.
And this connects to the Anahata chakra, the heart center.
Which is about love and compassion, but also physically the heart and lungs.
Exactly. It's the hub for the respiratory system, the circulatory system. And this connection is something modern science absolutely validates. Think about pranayama.
Controlled breathing exercises.
Right. We now have solid scientific evidence showing that controlled breathing manipulating your Vayu directly impacts the autonomic nervous system. It can lower stress hormones like cortisol, improve heart rate variability, enhance lung function. The ancients knew controlling breath was key to controlling the mind and body long before we had the instruments to measure how.
Incredible. Okay, earth, water, fire, air. We've covered the 4 tangible elements. Now for the 5th, the most mysterious one, space, Akasha, Chidambaram.
Ah, yes, the Nataraja temple. This one is perhaps the most philosophically profound, because the central focus, the Chidambara Rahasyam, or secret of Chidambaram, isn't an idol in the conventional sense.
What is it then?
It's an empty space. Behind a curtain, there's supposedly nothing but a representation of emptiness adorned with golden leaves. This symbolizes Akasha, ether. the infinite potentiality.
Emptiness as the divine.
Or perhaps potentiality.
Yeah.
Shiva is worshipped here as Nataraja, the cosmic dancer, whose Gans creates and destroys universes within this vast space. Akasha is the stage, the container for all existence.
How does that relate to, say, modern physics? Calling space empty seems a bit outdated now.
Well, that's what's fascinating. It's not outdated at all, in a way. Modern physics tells us space isn't empty. It's the fabric of space-time. It has properties. Quantum field theory suggests the vacuum is buzzing with virtual particles with potential energy.
So Akasha isn't nothingness, it's everythingness potential.
Exactly. It anticipates this modern understanding that space is fundamental, the prerequisite for matter and energy to exist. It's the ultimate source field.
And how does this translate to the human experience within us?
Akasha relates to the higher levels of consciousness, particularly the Ajna chakra, the third eye between the eyebrows. It represents awareness itself, the space of the mind where thoughts arise. It's linked to sound, silence, and the ability to contemplate the infinite.
And the architecture at Chidambaram, I've heard it's encoded with some amazing detail.
Oh, it's mind-blowing. This is where the macrocosm connection becomes incredibly literal.
Okay, tell us.
The roof of the main sanctum, the golden roof, is said to be covered with exactly 21,600 golden tiles.
21,600. Does that number mean something?
It's believed to represent the average number of breaths a human being takes in a 24-hour period.
Wow. Okay. Your daily breaths tiled onto the roof.
And connecting these tiles are supposedly 72,000 golden nails.
72,000. That number also sounds significant in yogic traditions.
It is. It represents the nadis. The subtle energy channels within the body, like intricate pathways, almost like psychic nerves, through which prana, the life force carried by Vayu, flows.
So the temple structure itself is a map of the human energy body.
Incredibly, yes. The architecture isn't just symbolic. It's mathematically encoding human physiology and the flow of life energy. It's sacred geometry on an astonishing scale.
We've journeyed from the densest element, Earth, all the way to this subtle, encoded consciousness in space. Let's try and bring it all together now. What's the big takeaway when you look at these 5 temples as a complete system?
The big takeaway is definitely the microcosm-macrocosm principle. It's this profound idea that the universe isn't just out there. You, the individual human being, are a miniature cosmos.
Right. Your body is earth, your blood and fluids are water.
Your energy and metabolism are fire, your breath is air, and your consciousness, the awareness holding it all, is space. The temples map this onto the landscape, but the real map is within you.
Which makes this ancient cosmology feel incredibly relevant today. It's almost like an early ecological manifesto, isn't it?
It really is. If everything is interconnected through these elements, then imbalance in one pollution of water, depletion of earth, changes in air patterns like climate change doesn't just affect the external environment.
Yeah.
It affects us internally, too.
It creates disharmony in the self.
Exactly. The temples, in a way, are designed as experiential learning centers. They encourage contemplation on this balance. By journeying through them, connecting with each element, the idea is to foster respect and awareness, promoting balance within yourself and in how you interact with the world. Sustainability, embedded in cosmology.
It's so much more than just religious sites. It's physics, geology, biology, psychology, architecture, all woven together.
It's a comprehensive system, disguised as monumental art and sacred space. It challenges us, doesn't it? If they could encode the number of breaths in a day onto a roof thousands of years ago, what else do they understand about the connections between us and the cosmos that maybe we're only just starting to rediscover?
A truly deep question, which leads perfectly to that final unifying wisdom from the Upanishads you mentioned earlier, the phrase that ties it all together.
The ultimate point of this whole cosmic map, this entire journey through the elements, is summed up in 3 powerful words. Tat kavam asi.
Which means?
Thou art that. You are that. The essence of the universe, earth, water, fire, air, space. That essence is also your essence. You are not separate.
Wow. Tat Tavamasi. A powerful thought to leave our listeners with. These temples aren't just places to visit in India. They are invitations to see yourself reflected in the very fabric of the cosmos.
A journey outward that becomes a journey inward. We hope this exploration gives you a whole new lens through which to view these incredible places, should you ever get the chance.
Absolutely. And speaking of travel, if you do decide to travel to India, we have a recommendation. 5 Senses Tours organizes tours across India, which are immersive cultural experiences.
They really focus on getting you connected with the culture.
You can email them at contact@5sensestours.com. That's the numeral 5, so contact at 5sensestours.com. Or you can WhatsApp them at +919-845-677-446.
Definitely worth checking out if you want that deeper experience.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.